Have you ever wondered why you have to wear a helmet while riding a scooter, or why schools have rules about being on time? These are all examples of rules, and when these rules are made for the entire country, we call them laws. A law is like a guidebook for all citizens. It tells us what we can do, what we cannot do, and how we should behave with one another. Think of a big game like cricket or football. Without rules, the game would be chaotic and unfair. Laws do the same thing for our society. They ensure fairness, protect rights, and keep the country running peacefully. Imagine a society without any laws. People could do whatever they wanted, leading to fights, theft, and many problems. Laws prevent such chaos. They set clear boundaries so one person's freedom does not harm another, like traffic laws protecting drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians. Laws against stealing protect our property and give us security. Our Constitution promises equality before the law. Laws also protect the vulnerable, children, workers, and help build a just, compassionate society. Every law starts its life as an idea. This idea could come from a citizen, a social group, or the government itself. It might solve a problem like plastic pollution, or improve something like making digital payments safer. When the government decides the idea is important, it prepares a draft called a bill. A bill is a proposal, like a blueprint explaining aims and how it will be implemented. Once ready, the bill is introduced in Parliament, which has two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. A bill can be introduced in either house. The first reading is a formal introduction with a brief statement of objectives. Copies are distributed, so members can study the bill. Sometimes it is published in the Gazette for public and expert feedback. This stage ensures lawmakers are well informed before detailed discussion. Then comes the second reading, the most significant stage, where scrutiny and discussion begin. In either the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha, it is time for a thorough debate. MPs from different regions and parties express their views. This is democracy in action. Supporters explain why the bill is a good idea and how it benefits the nation. They share stories from constituencies to show why the law is needed. Opposition members flag drafting issues, possible negative effects, or harm to certain groups. They scrutinize each part to point out flaws and seek improvements. After general debate, many bills go to a parliamentary committee. Committees with MPs from various parties examine subject-specific bills in detail. They can invite officials, experts, and citizens to share opinions. After deep analysis away from the floor, the committee sends a report with recommendations back to the House. Now begins clause-by-clause consideration. Amendments can be proposed for each clause and are discussed and voted upon. This meticulous process refines wording so the law is precise, clear, and fit for purpose. After amendments, the third reading is a short debate on passing the bill as finally drafted. No more changes. Members vote, by voice vote or electronic voting, on the motion that the bill be passed. A simple majority, more than half of members present and voting, is needed to pass. Once passed by one house, the bill goes through the same three readings in the other house. The second house may pass it as is or suggest amendments. Both houses must agree on the exact same text. Then the bill is sent to the President. With assent, it becomes an act. The President can also withhold assent or return it once, but if Parliament passes it again, assent must be given. The law-making journey is careful and democratic. An idea becomes a drafted bill and is introduced in Parliament. Both houses take up the bill, starting with a formal first reading. The second reading is the heart. General debate, committee review, and clause-by-clause scrutiny with amendments. Each house must pass the bill by majority, and both must agree on the final text. Finally, the President gives assent, and the bill becomes an act, law for the entire country. This process prevents hasty laws and ensures thoughtful deliberation and compromise. It brings in perspectives of people and states, adding strong checks and balances. In the end, our laws reflect the will of the people and uphold the principles of the Constitution.